guys, welcome to The Bond. Let me introduce you my guest today. My name is Pamela.
I'm Barbara.
And I'm Zakia.
And I'm Duke.
So guys, today we're going to talk about a very sensitive topic. Police brutality in Africa, specifically what is going on in Nigeria and what is going on in Congo. Duke has been very vocal on his social media page. So Duke, can you kindly tell us what is going on?
So first of all, SARS. SARS is the meaning of SARS is Special Anti-Robbery Squad.
Right.
That needs to protect the Nigeria citizens. That need to also help in rescuing kidnappers, armed robbers, like anything going forward with crime and stuff in Nigeria. So SARS is rather like, let's take for instance the way you dress, the way you dress now, right? And you step out now. SARS is going to ask you, why you dress like this? Do you do fraud? Do you kill people for money? And they'll end up beating you, taking you to police station, like doing things that are not well to you. Like they'll just beat you up. So what happened was that SARS used to kill a lot of people in Nigeria. They used to even kidnap a lot of people. So the people were so mad about what is happening in Nigeria, as in the police people, what they're doing. So people took it upon themselves, like most of the celebrities in Nigeria, they took it upon themselves to speak about that. And when they were speaking about that, or when we were protesting about that, the military started shooting people, and it got to a whole lot of messed up, and people are really talking about it. BBC is talking about it, CNN is talking, everyone is even talking about it. But one thing that I don't like, or one thing that I don't see Africans doing, is that some of the African president, nobody's even talking about it.
Right.
But once it is George Floyd or whatever they call him in America, they'll be fast, they'll go into it.
True.
So once it's about something about Donald Trump, get well soon. You see, so they're not even talking about what's happening, but they're rather keeping quiet on it. And even this same protest, right? What's happening is that they even found out that even the COVID-19, the money that they gave them to sort out the Nigerians to eat, blah blah blah, they even saw some of the food hidden somewhere else. So all these protests or all these things are making Nigeria, like everyone is trying to fight.
Right.
And the government is also bringing wood lamps or tax to fight their own people.
Right.
So why would the government pay area boys to go and fight? You will pay them 20 cedis to go and fight people who are protesting about SARS.
Right.
And they're ending up looting up malls, beating up people, killing people, which is causing a lot of issues in Nigeria.
Now, when we talk about police brutality, it starts from somewhere.
Yeah.
What do you think the issue is? Is it the training of our police officer, or is it a profiling issue where they are trained to know that those are the profiles we're supposed to select? What is?
First of all, this police brutality started from corruption. Let's take it that way, because the government doesn't pay the police well. They pay them like 100 cities in Nigeria, and they'll end up being on the road, and they will be harassing everyone, because if they meet you, give me 100 cities, give me 200 cities, and if you don't give them, a policeman can stand in your face that me, I'll shoot you. Nobody will do anything.
Wow.
And it's true. And they'll just shoot you. They'll take your money. So once you see the police, you're scared to even step out. You're scared to even look good to go out. Because once you see them, and once you enter into their vehicle, you are gone. They'll take you they'll beat you. They'll take your money. They'll even, at a point of time, one of my friends, he went to Nigeria, and the police told him to go to the ATM with a gun. Go to your ATM and go and withdraw your money from me. Meaning that you are robbing a person.
Absolutely.
The police who needs to protect you are the same police who are trying to take money from you, which is not right. So everybody's talking about it, SARS. And the government said he has ended SARS. Now he has bought SWAT.
Ooh.
So meaning you are not training the people well. So how within 24 hours you've ended SARS, you've brought another squad again called SWAT. How well? You've not trained them well to be good. So that's the main issue in Nigeria, you know.
So girls, would you say that after everything he's saying, would you say that their government is not taking responsibility in addressing the issue, kind of regulating and finding out the victims, their names, what has really happened, the police officers that have perpetrated those crimes, and actually taking them to court and compensating the citizens. Do you think it's something that they're supposed to do? What is the process really to fix this thing?
The problem with the government, and if right now we're speaking about Nigeria, is the Nigerian government believes that the youth is a lazy youth.
Yeah.
So they don't consider the youth to work as hard as they can. They feel like everybody wants to make easy money by doing fraud,
Yahoo.
things like that. So when they brought the police outside, or when they said, you guys have to like watch what's happening, make sure that you're preventing robberies, you're preventing kidnaps, it's the kind of the ideas sort of switched,
Right.
because instead of them protecting us and looking after us or looking after them as citizens, they have joined the gang, I would say.
Right.
And like Duke addressed quite rightly, it's because of what's happening with corruption. It's because of how the government is not paying adequate salaries
Right.
to the police officers. So already them being outside, they feel like, why should I be standing here for 10 hours or 8 hours in the sun without food, without being able to pay?
Fine. Those are very horrible situations. But you mentioned something in our discussion earlier. The fact that at the end of the day, if they are complaining, why are they not marching? Why are they not complaining? Why is it that they have to put all that pressure and oppress the citizens? If you're not happy, go on a walk, talk to the citizen, and we will join them as police officers to address their issues. Or
Africa doesn't work that way.
They did a protest. Yeah, they did a protest. They did a protest.
right.
And within the process of the protest, can you believe at the toll booth of Lekki, they shot like 8 people?
I'm talking about the police officer did a protest.
No.
I'm talking
Oh,
about
the police officers.
Yes.
Okay.
Why
So
are the police officers?
they've not even done the protest or something. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with them, but it's crazy because none of the police are really even firing straight shots, not even warning shots. The people are even fighting for you guys to have a good salary. You are rather killing them.
From what I'm hearing, I feel like they're frustrated. But again, I'm
Exactly.
saying, why is no police officer putting their hands together and saying, listen, on Tuesday we are going on a walk. We need our citizens to support us.
Because
we did SARS.
There's that fear that if I'm the first person to go out there as an officer to protest, one, I'm going to get fired.
Right.
I'm going to get fired.
They can end up even killing you.
Yeah, exactly. They can kill you.
Unity, SARS. If we were able to move, I believe if we're able to gather all that, millions of people.
Do you know why the
You need to
police?
understand they're oppressed.
I believe that
Yeah.
as a police officer, your priority is protecting
Yeah.
your citizens.
Your
And they are
citizens.
not.
So that's in any like there shouldn't be any circumstance where if protesting against the government, or it can be a peaceful protest, or sending petitions or whatever to tell them that you're not being paid well enough. But I don't think they're thinking that their true responsibility is protecting the people.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
really what I
that
think
is
the
what
problem
you
is,
think.
because if that's your main
So the
priority,
fund- yeah.
you're looking at all the options that would give you that result first before you look at other options that rather harm them.
And the
Are
SARS.
they doing that? Because
Yeah.
if they are, we shouldn't be talking about this.
Yeah. And the SARS, right? Because they've committed so much crime themselves, they are scared to even go on the streets and
That's
do
the
protests.
thing.
Because even now, they can, if a SARS officer is going to be in Ghana now, you can even back into all the apartments, open them up. What are you doing? Let's go. What are you doing? Let's go. They'll
So
shoot you.
themselves, then they've turned into criminals.
There is no police to kind of a hierarchy that is at the top that can kind of monitor this type of reports. Because I know, for example, in Ivory Coast, they have the police of police. When there are complaints about police officers, there is a court that actually judges them, punishes them, and what's not. Is there not?
No, there's not something in Nigeria. You see, Nigerians, let me say, my friend who is he's called Tony. He said the youth are fed up.
Wow. Yeah.
So if the youth are fed up, let everything happen. They don't care.
See, and that's the most dangerous thing.
It is.
Statement.
Like, for you, it's impossible to fight somebody that hasn't got anything to lose.
That's very true.
And that is what the
They
Nigerian
do.
government is going through right now. They are fighting a generation that they are tired, they are not afraid, they will give up their lives for what they believe in. And if they don't do something, it's going to keep going down the hill, you know. And the thing is, with Africa, and not just Nigeria, with Africa, it's very sad, but our government does not promote human rights.
I agree.
And because of that, because they don't promote human rights and we don't discuss human rights in schools, even as a lawyer, if you were to do law in Africa, they rarely or very tiny, it's a tiny piece of information that they give you on human rights.
That's very true.
And the reason why they do that is because they want to oppress citizens. They want to sort of like show that we are in power and you have to do or comply with, you know, our request. It's very sad, and that's what's happening in Nigeria. That's what's happening in Congo. Infringement of human rights.
Human rights, Senegal, like the same thing happening.
What's happening in Congo, guys?
Yeah, so Congo, I think in Senegal, right? Because of the voting stuff, can you believe the president of Congo said if you're going to vote, nobody should send their phones and their cameras to go and capture what is happening there.
Right.
And the people said, no, you've been on the seat for 16 years.
Yeah.
You need to leave. So because of that, the police are going to every house. If they see you, they just beat you up. They see the police, they just beat you up. But the police need to protect their citizens. There's no way that police need to beat. Imagine they are using your tax, the money that you pay for tax, to pay the police, and the police is also coming after you again to come and beat you.
Yeah.
I just feel like we cannot discuss police brutality anywhere in the world without putting the 90% of the blame on whoever is governing the state or the country
100%
at the time.
Yeah.
Because the thing I know about let's say these military forces and stuff is like they're trained to follow
on duty, order.
Profiling. That is profiling.
Exactly. They're trained to do that. So whoever is giving the orders is the one that's
and I remember, I think 1950 something was 90 something. Buhari was in charge of the same thing that happened.
That's very true.
Then the same thing happened.
So,
and do you know what? Buhari is not even talking about the issue, not coming to address. Oh, you guys need to stop, because if they start once they started the protest, right, he needs to come out and address the issue. But since he didn't address the issue, the citizens or the youth he's trying to disrespect us.
But
he threatened the youth by saying, you know, next time you're on the street.
How can he even address the issue when possibly he actually agrees with what the police is doing?
Because he called the protesters so-called protesters.
So you cannot address something that you don't believe in. You only address something that you feel like, okay, you know, it's time for change. But I don't think that government, not just him as a president, but like the government as a whole in Nigeria, I don't think they believe that they are wrong. I don't think they believe that what they're doing is not the right thing, which is really sad, because innocent people are dying, innocent people are being injured, and these are people that they're only complaining because they deserve basic human rights. Like, they're not asking for anything. They are tired of asking for lights. They are tired of asking
60
for food.
years, no lights.
They're tired of asking for jobs. Right now, we just want to leave. That's it. They're not asking for anything else. How hard is it for you not to kill me? Like, we complain about other countries outside Africa. Oh, they're killing us. But we're killing ourselves. We're killing each other. You see? So we need to be able to help our government. And I think that's what the youth in Nigeria is doing. We need to be able to help our government to understand that, listen, we are the future. We are the next generation. All of you are going to go. we are the ones coming up. So if you're killing us, who's going to rule the country? Who is going to come and invest? Who is going to do this? It's really disheartening.
It is.
It's very disheartening.
She mentioned something I thought is an important point for us to develop is why are they walking away in all impunity? Because you see, a police officer, for him to stop you and kind of oppress you and harass you, is because he knows that nothing is going to happen even if you go and report him. But anyways, let's take a break and back. Before we left, we were talking about the fact that police officers go without impunities, and that is what is actually giving them the freedom to think that it's okay to harm the population. However, let's direct the discussion. You mentioned something earlier on, the fact that you feel like our African leaders are not supportive enough. They're not vocal enough. They're not communicating their support and what they're actually doing. But when we talk about security issues as sensitive as this, don't you think that what is important is that they do the work, they sit together behind the curtains and show us results as opposed as just being on Twitter and communicating?
Okay, so let me make this thing clear, right?
Right.
So when this SARS thing happened and we're doing this protest at the Lekki gates, right? Can you believe if they thought about it like a week ago, right? They thought about it. Can you believe they went to the toll booth, took the cameras off, and when it was exactly 8 o'clock, the military came in to come and shoot people. And from the intelligence from Dr. Say, the other one guy, he said he monitored them from the satellite and he saw whatever they were doing.
Oh, wow.
And he saw their rank, everything that they were doing. So if a military man doesn't have an order from above, from the chief of staff, how can he shoot people?
100%.
And even up to now, they've not called the military people. And what we're saying is that nobody's dead.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? When they have videos, say this is photoshopped.
I saw videos of people dying.
And the president coming on live,
Threatening his
he's saying he has never seen a video and the video is photoshopped.
Wow.
But wait, what about the actual governor of Lagos State?
The guy ran away.
There was no fatalities at all. He stood there in front of a camera and said, whatever is happening on how people are broadcasting and making videos viral, he said all of that was fake.
It was fake.
How many videos? From how
How many
Exactly.
videos? How many live videos they were shooting?
How can all of that be fake?
And they had snipers.
Like,
And the end of the day, and they'll be shooting people like right direct. An old man was just walking bypass. They shot the old man.
there
Your own
was
policeman.
a young man that got shot in his compound.
Now,
Oh, wow.
guys, what do you say about the fact that we have international organizations such as Human Rights, UN, Amnesty International, whatever? What are they doing? I'm so confused.
Because African governments, we are corrupt, so
I think they're there to look pretty, if I'm being honest.
Especially in Africa.
Yes, I think they're there to look pretty. Oh, United Nations, but when it comes to real issues, when it comes to addressing and helping out in matters like this, they don't really want to get involved.
Yeah.
They'll rather us sort it out by ourselves. But you see, I thought that the reason why these bodies were created was to help the population of the world,
Right.
regardless of what country we're speaking about, regardless of whether it's Africa, Europe, Middle East, America. They're there to help.
Right.
So if they're not doing that, Why called upon them?
Okay,
Let me say something.
can I-
Let me say something. I'm coming. Let me say something. The reason why bodies from UK and America are not coming in is this: when the Boko Haram started in the north, they gave the Nigeria government 10 billion. Can you believe the generals among themselves stole 8 billion?
Ooh, I remember that scandal. Yeah.
They stole 8 billion, and they've not. Nobody has come out to arrest them from the general. But how can you bring even them, the military people, when you go on their pages, the Nigerian military, they'll tell when they are fighting Boko Haram, they said they want cars, they want ammunitions. So why is it that they brought in armored cars? Meanwhile, they're looking for armored cars at the north to fight them, and the armored cars are in the Lagos state to kill people.
Yeah.
Oh, but they weren't there when it was time to fight Boko Haram.
Yes, they were
That's
not.
what you're saying.
They didn't have no ammunition. They should send the SARS today. They should send it to Boko Haram. Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that
I agree.
I think that the UN, the United Nations, like ECOWAS, and all these other international organizations there's a limit to the power they have.
Right.
Because yes, it's a union of like different states.
Right.
But in the end, it's the leaders of those countries that have the ultimate power.
Yeah.
I feel like they can only do as much as sometimes like or give their advice and occasionally sanctions, but I don't know how far it goes before those sanctions are given.
Every
As to
country
whether
is sovereign.
So it's let me tell you.
So, but how about the people? Because the people, and which is why I guess Nigerians have come to a point where they feel like they need to stand up for themselves because after all, they elected that president. The power is in their hands,
So
not
I'll answer
necessarily.
you
They
from
have
that
more
side.
power than the UN, United Nations have.
Okay.
But in this current situation,
Yeah.
what's the law? As
So
in,
the
what
law,
is it
let me
that
tell
they
you.
could have done?
So the law is this: when you protest for 30 days, UN comes in
Yeah.
and intervene. And if they're going to take the president off, they're going to take the president off. So the Nigeria government, the Nigeria people were protesting for 3 weeks. So it's only left with 1 month for them to do 1 week to do it. That's when they send the military to come in
So
to scare them
So
off.
there should have been something else that like when there's like foul play, because they did 3 weeks, and
Yes.
after the 3 weeks all this came out. Like, isn't there something else they can do? Because now it has to be 30 days.
Well, exactly. The problem is whether it was 3 weeks, 4 weeks, they've seen that after 3 weeks, there's been like millions of like injured people are dying. They can't say they are not seeing. They can't say they are not aware. The news is all over right now.
And they go in
It
the
came on
point.
That can't
CNN.
be
Yeah.
continued.
And it got to a point that I was trying to tell my friend that right now, when Boko Haram comes to Lagos State now and just put guns down for the normal citizens to fight back at the police,
Now
it will turn a war.
They will take
But
it.
you
Yeah.
see, the funny thing about this whole situation,
Just like Liberia.
from everything you guys have been saying, what I'm actually realizing is that when it comes to minding our business, when it comes to politics, you see them all over us. This person hasn't won the election. They are sending troops. It happened in Ivory Coast.
Yeah,
It's happening
happened in Liberia.
Liberia. So why is it that they kind of don't mind their business, but when they do need to mind their business, they're not here? Because
Exactly.
the UN first rule or whatever it is human rights.
Yeah.
Everybody who has signed under that United
UN treaty.
Nations
Yeah.
must follow certain rules.
Yeah.
And nobody is saying anything when dictators don't respect those rules.
Exactly.
And I feel like from what you've said, a country without human rights is a country that is led by a dictator.
It
And
is
dictatorship
100%.
is kind of illegal and accepted. So
Not
why
kind
are-
of. It should be. It's
It
illegal.
is illegal.
Once you have democracy in a country, there's no room
So the
for
people who are
dictatorship.
supposed to reinforce that democracy are those institutions plus
Exactly.
the diplomatic boards.
Yes.
I'm not hearing nobody.
Nobody's
Nobody
even
has
talking
said
about that.
anything.
Nobody
cares
said
about us at
Nobody.
this point.
But let it be a case of, oh, there's oil somewhere.
Yeah,
or there's,
yeah,
you
the
know,
Russian camp.
Go, like,
even
go
even
somewhere.
even
They
even
will
even
rush.
even I think last week, can you believe the America, they have America, I think their ambassador or something, he got kidnapped. Can you believe Donald Trump sent troops Nigeria government doesn't even know. He came to the news to rescue an American citizen from Nigeria kidnappers, pirates. Can you believe? So even the Nigeria government doesn't even know there's even a special force in their country trying to rescue someone.
That
That's
reminds
how
me
bad
of
they are.
That's how bad it is.
intelligence-
Your own country, you don't even know.
that reminds me of a point I had in mind back when we were talking about they forming SARS because they wanted to control
Kidnapping stuff.
robbery and kidnapping and fraud, right?
Yeah.
Fraudulent activities. Isn't there a way that's related to hacking or internet or website to protect to do that fraud thing? Maybe not robbery and kidnapping, but for fraud. Shouldn't they have like a technical way of like
let me tell you,
and
this is what happened. Even the hackers, right? We have two types of hackers. We have the dark hackers, we have the white hackers, right? Can you believe a dark hacker hacked into Nigeria's system and shared money to every citizen in Nigeria? Can you believe he opened DSTV for them to watch free channels?
Okay, but we didn't.
Can you believe he brought the names of
make
SARS?
noise about
He
that.
brought.
I didn't hear
Can you
that.
believe he brought the names of the SARS, the police officers who killed everyone? He brought their names, and the government didn't even take it. That let's go and investigate. Nobody has said nothing about it.
Yeah.
But the guy brought the information
All
that they need to know.
So guys, what from this discussion is actually a very sensitive discussion. I believe we'll have to do part 2.
Yes.
But in order to conclude, what I'm taking from all of us is that there are weaknesses in our systems. We need, and it needs to be addressed. I believe that if we cannot count on our government, we cannot count on international institutions, we cannot count on NGOs, we cannot count on diplomatic board. Either whether we are sovereign or not, we all live in a community. And what has happened during SARS protests has shown me, with everything you've been saying about this guy that shared money, has shown me that as the youth and as individuals, we own our countries. And we are the real leaders. And if we put our hands together, our skills together, we can upgrade and develop our continent.
Yeah.
So please, everybody watching today, you can be a big
Part of the change.
exactly.
You know?
And SARS has proven it to us. All of us has put our hands together. I remember during the protests, there were people that found a place to sleep. There were ways to charge
People were offering food.
So it shows that the unity.
Unity.
Yes, and this one is not about Hausa.
Yoruba.
Everything forgot. That's what's dangerous. That's what's dangerous. Yes, that's what's very dangerous about this, because this one is not Hausa.
There's no
There's not
religion
Yoruba. There's
background,
no. Everybody's fighting.
ethnicity.
Yeah, that's how crazy it is.
You know, so once we're able to like fight, not even fight, but work together. I don't believe in violence. I believe in more, working together for the better of our generation and our kids' generations. We should be able to do just fine. But let's keep pushing. That would be my advice to the youth. Definitely end SARS and police brutality. Let's keep pushing for a better life, a better future. And Africa is the future. So we need to take care of our motherland. We need to take care of it. We need to take care of each other, just to
let's bond, guys.
Let's
We all
bond.
need to bond together.
Yeah.
Please, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Share it with everybody. Comment. Tell us what you think. Learn. Let's be inspired. Let's work together. Let's bond. Let's meet next time. Thank you.